The Melbourne Cup day. Joseph, it's been a bit of a mad scramble to get here. When did you make the decision to jump on the plane?
It was when restrictions eased, really, and it became an option. I had previously been due to go to the Breeders' Cup, but we changed our plans, and it's great to be here.
Tell us about how Twilight Payment looked to you in the yard compared to 12 months ago.
Yeah, he looks good. Mark Power and Sean Corby, who've been with him for the last number of weeks, are really happy with him. He's prepared well. And Jai is happy, and we're hoping for a good run.
Is it a similar game plan and to the instructions you gave Jai last year that regardless what happens, come the 1,000, it's time to cut the ribbons?
Well, I suppose he's an inside barrier this year, so that makes things a little bit different. But Jai will leave the gates, and hopefully he gets a good break and leave it up to him from there.
Joseph, all the best.
Thank you.
We'll let Joseph move through and welcome in Catherine Coleman from Peter Moody's camp to talk to us ahead of the Lexus Melbourne Cup. Catherine, thanks so much for your time. Incentivise, chasing a piece of history. Were you happy with how he paraded?
Yeah, very. He's looking great. His coat's absolutely glowing, and he seems a happy horse, which is all we can ask for. Your
team posted on social media early on Sunday morning his final piece of work, which was pretty sedentary, as you'd imagine, 48 hours out from the Melbourne Cup. What's he done since?
Not a lot. He had a little trot and canter on the treadmill yesterday, and then just a light trot and canter around this morning just to check his action, which, you know, I couldn't be happier with how the horse is.
In terms of athletically, how he profiles and that freakish aerobic capacity we've seen so far, you got every confidence that with luck he gets the 2 miles?
Yeah, at the moment I certainly think that he will.
Good luck, Catherine.
Thank you very much.
Some confidence there from the Moody camp is exactly what you'd like to see with Incentivise. Wow, this is exciting. $2.80. There's only ever been 10 horses in the history of this great race that have started shorter than $3 in the Lexus Melbourne Cup. 2 of them have won. One back in 1901, the last being Farlap. So that's the rare sort of air from a market perspective. We're talking with a horse like Incentivise, if he can get the job done. So you think back in 2010, coming off his Cox Plate victory, was expected to get the job done. He just pulled a little too hard and he ran third, and it was a game third. But can Incentivise go on and get the job done when a weight of a nation is riding on this horse? It's quite remarkable how popular he's become in this race now.
Yeah, he is, and that's what happens when you've got picket fences. We saw it with Winks, we saw it with Black Caviar and Michael Walker. I guess from a jockey's point of view, when you've got that picket fence, it must give you that confidence.
Yeah, definitely, and Brett's a confidence person. He'll be out there, he knows his job, he knows what he has to do, he knows how good his horse is, so I can almost guarantee you Brett thinks he's won the race.
They're starting to load. There's a number of horses to get into the gates. Let's head to Matt Hill for the Lexus Melbourne Cup.
And the lightweight hope of Floating Artist. Incentivise is $2.90, touch $2.70 with official price $2.80, and is now $3.30 on the tote. Moving up for the Melbourne Cup, Ocean Billy is in with also Spanish Mission and Delphi. Pondus, Twilight Payment both in. Explosive Jack joins the line as Knight's Order waits its turn with Very Elegant, the 9 times Group 1 winner. Sir Lucan with Glenn Boss, who's won the race 3 times with the great Makybe Diva. He rides at a kilo over here. Grand Promenade, another ridden by a 3 times winning jockey in the race, Karen McAvoy. Master of Wine goes into the stalls for Fred Kersley. 9 riders in this race having their first ride in the Cup. She's Ideal goes forward now. Tralee Rose with the clerk of the course, Per San, who ran well in this race last year, 3rd in the Caulfield Cup, takes another turn. Knight's Order, a speed influence in this year's Cup, about to join them. There's Grand Promenade, Karen McAvoy with the 52 kilos and a wide gate. Grand Promenade is in. Here's Floating Artist, the young man Theo Nugent's first ride in the great race. Port Guillaume has loaded. Johnny Get Angry comes up now, so they're just about set for the Lexus Melbourne Cup, the race that stops the nation. As Tralee Rose, Dean Holland goes up to a middle alley. Solino about to come along. As Port Guillaume is loaded, Solino looks as though it'll be the last. As Solino takes the outside, 23 horses already set for the Melbourne Cup. Ready to go. Signal from behind, and they're racing in the Lexus Melbourne Cup. Explosive Jack away fairly. The Chosen One out well, with also Delphi and Pondus over on the far side. Incentivize is about 7th early as they're looking to cross over. Treleros is also up there with Knight's Order, Floating Artist. Promenade's not too far away from the favourite, so they're right across the track here as they link onto the course proper at the 400 metres on the first round. Great House with Knight's Order, Floating Artist, Persand deeper, Incentivizers 6 deep at the moment. Then came Treleros, Cariff, Grand Promenade. The Chosen One checked off heels at that stage. Delphi on the fence, Spanish Mission deeper, and they were followed by Pondus. 2 further back, Very Elegant, and then Ocean Billy, Twilight Payment. A gap in the field to Port Guillaume, Explosive Jack, Salino, well back Master of Wine, 4 lengths Sir Lucan, and then came Johnny Get Angry, She's Ideal. Miami Bounders last as they reach the first turn. 2,200 to go, and it's Persand leading. Strolls out a length and a quarter, and Incentivize has got over from that wide alley and sits second, the favourite, one off the fence. 3/4 of a length to Knight's Order, followed by Floating Artist. 2 lengths Treleros, Grand Promenade's posted 3 deep. Great House the rails, a length and a quarter. Cariff, Spanish Mission 3 wide with a back to follow as they head towards midway. Then came Delphi, Very Elegance, well and truly off the rails. Further back, the Chosen One. Then came Pondus, Twilight Payments in the back half with Ocean Billy. Then came Explosive Jack and Port Guillaume, 2 lengths Salino. And then at the 1,600 metres, Master of Wine. Towards the back is Johnny Get Angry. Then Sir Lucan, 2 lengths to She's Ideal. Miami Bound is last in the Lexus Melbourne Cup. 1,400 metres to run. And the leader is Persand at an even speed by a length. Incentivize and Grand Promenade travels up 3 wide. Knight's Order a length away 4th. Then came one off the fence as they reached the 1,150, Floating Artist. A length and a half, Spanish Mission, Treleros, Great House, Very Elegant. Then came Cariff, Delphi, Twilight Payment, last year's winners, 10 off the lead. A length and a half, the Chosen One, Pondus, Port Guillaume. 2 further back, Ocean Billy, Explosive Jack, Salino. Then came Master of Wine, well back with Sir Lucan, 2 lengths She's Ideal, Johnny Get Angry. Miami Bound is battling at the end of the field. 800 metres to run, and it's Persand just in front of Incentivize, who gets a bit closer. Grand Promenade 3/4 of a length away 3rd. Behind those horses then is Floating Artist, given every possible chance. Knight's Order's regressing. Coming around the outside and getting closer is Spanish Mission, and also Very Elegant from Delphi. Treleros under the whip from Great House. It's now taking the lead. Incentivize at the top of the straight. At the 400 metres, a length and a half, Floating Artist. Here's Very Elegant. She's coming home. 300 to go. The mighty mare moves up to Incentivize and races on by. Then Floating Artist, Spanish Mission. But Very Elegant at the 150. The darling of the turf has raced clear. 3 lengths Incentivize. And it's Very Elegant. 10 Group 1s. And now the greatest of them all, the Melbourne Cup. Very Elegant wins by 3.5. Incentivize, Spanish Mission, Floating Artist. A gap, the Chosen One, followed by Grand Promenade, Delphi. Back behind them, Salino, Treleros, She's Ideal, Twilight Payment, Sir Lucan, Miami Bound got going late. Great House, Explosive Jack, Knight's Order, Persand, Cariff, Pondus, well back in the field. Johnny Get Angry, Port Guillaume, and Ocean Billy.
What a magnificent mare she is. The 14th to win the Melbourne Cup and the first since the great Maccabi Diva in 2003, 4 and 5. Chris Waller adds a Melbourne Cup to his Caulfield Cup and Cox Plate triumphs. He's 129th Group 1. And what about James McDonald? He turns 30 in January. He's just won his 57th Group 1, but his first major, a Melbourne Cup. He was second on Fiorente some 9 years ago in his first ride in the race. He's provided a masterful steer here aboard Very Elegant. It was his 20th ride on this wonderful mare. He's won 10 times on her, but none of them have got anything close to the feeling that he's just experienced aboard Very Elegant. 4, 2, 3 and 22 are your numbers in the 2021 Lexus Melbourne Cup. Incentivize, well, he was gallant and continued to stick all the way, even when Very Elegant started to put a space on him. Brett Preble and Peter Moody's horse has gone so close to completing the Caulfield Melbourne Cup double. A super effort for Craig Williams and Andrew Balding with Spanish Mission, who had the staying pedigree to stick in the fight. And Floating Artist, the best of Kieran Murray and Dave Eustace forerunners, gives Teo Nugent a real thrill. He gets a 4th in a Melbourne Cup. But the story is the mighty mare for Chris Waller, who's climbed the mountain that is the Melbourne Cup with Very Elegant.
Absolutely. Just when you think this mare can't do anything else, BZ, she comes out and wins a Melbourne Cup. What a resume she's got, this mare.
And Chris Waller, the icing on the cake now for him. He's won basically every race in this country bar the Melbourne Cup. James McDonald, his first Melbourne Cup. You can see the emotion on his face. And the track record here for a Melbourne Cup is 3:16.3. She's run 3:17.43. There's no theory that she's just a wet tracker. She has put this field away. The official margin is coming through now, and it is officially 4 lengths by a long neck. The 3 horses that carried 57 kilos have run 1, 2 and 3. But the boy from New Zealand, who now is based in Sydney, the premier rider in Australia, has a Lexus Melbourne Cup to his resume. And Michael, that was the supreme performance. Wow, what a win by Very Elegant.
And also what a ride. You know, he got her into a 3-wide trailing position behind Spanish Mission, had her breathing good, obviously, and she looked like she